we present NSPPD Testimonies. Welcome to Streams of Testimonies.
In their 30s, women in their 40s, women in their 50s, women in their 60s, and the sound of your women, iron house, carry your multiple babies.
And I'm giving this testimony from Texas. 2 years ago, my husband and I, we decided to try IVF for gender selection. We already have 4 beautiful girls, but I've always wanted a boy. So we tried the IVF twice and it failed. Then the doctor advised us that if we want to go for the third one, we should get an egg donor. So that was kind of discouraging for us because I've never had any issues with having children. We just wanted a boy. That's why after that we just decided to cancel. We talked and we're like, okay, I'm almost turning 40, so there's no need even wasting money and the emotional things attached to it. There's no need. We just close the chapter of trying for a boy. So fast forward to August 2023. My cousin called me that she was planning to come for the NSPPD convention. I think it was in September, 2nd September. So that was towards the end of August. When she called me, she asked if I knew about NSPPD. I said, yes, I've seen it. There's a friend of mine that I've been sending, but I've not really paid attention to it. So she was like, yes, I'm going to send you some links. Just fast forward to the testimonies and see. So she did that day. I went through the testimonies. So I called her and I was like, oh, God is really doing so many things. Like we see the hand of God in so many, like this testimony was just wonderful testimony. So from that day, I started joining NSPPD. So still end of August, there was a day Pastor Jerry was praying and he said, I see multiple babies. Take your own.
Women in their 30s, women in their 40s, women in their 50s, women in their 60s, and the sound of your women, iron house, carry your multiple babies.
So while the prayer was going on, I was arguing with myself. I'm like, do I really need, we've already discussed no more children. So, and my last daughter will be turning 9 that year, which was last year. And we looked at like, you know what? I received my twin boys. And that was it. Okay, before I continue with this, please, if you're on this fire altar, be sure of what you want, because anything you ask God on this altar, He will do it. He will answer. I think on the 1st of September, Pastor Jerry asked us to write our congratulations notes. And he was like, put a date on it. I said, date what? This thing that I'm not even, I just said it. Do I really need, I was like, okay, we're in September. I counted, at least let me be realistic here. I counted, I said, September to June is 9 months. So my husband's birthday is in June and his birthday is 26. I said, okay, I'll write down 26th June. I was like 26. I said, I'll receive my twin boys on the 26th of June, 2024, October. First week, I saw my period. Oh, well, June. This is October. God, I'm not praying for premature, but being realistic. You want to see my period in October? There's no. And I put 26. Well, like, let me just leave this thing. Later on, I started feeling kind of, am I pregnant or not? Well, like, anyway, I did a pregnancy test. Yes, I did a pregnancy test and it came out negative. Negative. November came. Sometimes I would see my period. Like, it was like spotting. It was just off and on. I just forgot about everything. I just kept on with NSPPD. I even attended the 2nd September, NSPPD convention. I'm also in the US Air Force. So around that time, October, November, December, our units were preparing for deployment. So we were being deployed. We had so many things to do. I even went for my shooting range. Normally, for the shooting, if you're pregnant, you're not supposed to do it. So they asked, are you pregnant? I said, no, because I already did the home test and it was negative. So I said, no, I did my shooting. I went for my shooting. We even did fitness tests. I did push-ups, sit-ups, then you run miles, all this. They time you while you do it and they'll give you a grade. And I scored above 90%. 90%. That was in November. Then in December, we were doing medical clearance, still for the deployment. We had to take some vaccinations and all that. They gave me the vaccine. I took the 2 vaccines. Then the last clearance was to see a medical officer. So they took my blood and told me they were going to call me the following week. They called me and it's like, go make an appointment with your doctor. And for now, we are taking you off the deployment list. That was in December. The earliest appointment I could get was 25th of January. So went for appointment. So the appointment was to confirm pregnancy. We went for the appointment. They did some blood tests. So the doctor did a scan. So during the scan, I was like, oh, of course, it shows you're pregnant. I can see the baby's even grown. You've even passed the first trimester. Can you imagine? After the first trimester, your baby is fine. In fact, I can even try and check the gender of your baby. It's so grown that I can check the gender. So while he was just moving around, oh wait, I see another one. Pastor Jerry, you need to see the shock on my husband's face. The doctor had to stop my scan and he faced my husband and said, are you okay? Do you need to sit down? Well, my husband was like, how? The doctor now answered and told him, it's God. We later discovered there were 2 boys. They said normally for multiple babies, they come before 40 weeks. And it's usually from 36 weeks, 37, 38, they come. So he did his calculation. And that 38 weeks was on the 26th of June. Let me show you the date. I showed my husband. Can you see? On 26th we went. He checked. He said, oh, your babies are still head down. So, and he said, okay. So they put all the things they needed to put on my stomach. And I'm like, oh, you're already having contractions. So even if I didn't make this appointment, you will still come to deliver your baby today. It's like I said, oh, so I'm even having contractions. I had no idea. So it was coming little by little. Later I started feeling it. He checked. He said, you're already 6 centimeters dilated. Later on, I had my babies at, I think, 227 and the other one 233. My twin boys, I pushed my twin boys. Normal delivery, no issues. Everything went on fine. I didn't have any issues. It's good. It's good. Thank you, Pastor Jerry, because I don't know how you do the strength. Every day waking, I know how it is for me to even wake up sometimes, and because ours is like 12 a.m. or 1 a.m. whenever the time changes. That's when we do this NSPPD fire altar. Thank you. What God cannot do this night is this. Let me show you. This is my evidence. Look at that. Chikubi came and Chikubi. What God cannot do does not exist.